Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Daniel John Lee with Torah Restoration Ministries. It is Sunday late afternoon, March the 13th, 2015. Just had a few more thoughts I wanted to put out there about politics and Donald Trump and what's going on. I just finished watching a rally that Donald Trump had this afternoon. It started around 5 o'clock right after I got off work. And it was a really amazing rally. There was a woman, before Trump even got there, there was a woman who was a mother. This was down in Florida. She was describing very tearfully her son who got murdered by an illegal immigrant. And it was a very touching story. And she just talked about how Rubio has not supported her, even though she lives in Florida and she's tried to reach out to him because that's her senator. And she just tearfully pleaded about how important it is to vote for Donald Trump, who's going to crack down on these illegal immigrants. And it was a very moving moment. And then these protesters from Bernie or Hillary or whoever, they start causing this ruckus right in the middle of the event. I mean, who would do that? Who would start protesting in the middle of a mother talking about her dead son who got murdered? I mean, these protesters are trash. They are the vermin of society, and I hope they get arrested and sent to prison. I mean, that's where they need to go. These are the same type of vermin and trash that I had to deal with at PSU when I do street preaching or Pioneer Square. When I go to college campuses and preach and I get these hecklers, same kind of vermin that need to be, like, taken out of society, totally. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Anyway, Trump finally got there. He had the best rally. I've been watching several of his rallies this weekend because he had like 3 or 4 yesterday. He had 3 today. He's on fire. For a guy who's 69 years old, the guy has energy. Anyway, he's up there, and he's talking to this massively huge crowd there down in Boca Raton, Florida. And he just seemed like the most high energy I've ever seen him. I mean, he normally does have a lot of energy, but he just seemed super high energy. And was just talking about all these great things he's going to do for this nation. And oh my goodness, as I listen to him, I'm just like, this guy, he is going to be the best president. He's going to be better than Reagan. He's going to be better than John F. Kennedy. He is going to be like the best president. He's going to be better than Lincoln. Okay, he's going to be the best president this nation's ever had. It's just, and let me tell you why. Yahweh has appointed Donald Trump to be a wrecking ball. And he's going to be a wrecking ball to all the evil things that Obama, George W. Bush, Clinton, and George H.W. Bush have done to this nation since 1989 when Reagan left the White House, okay? So he's going to be a wrecking ball, and not just a wrecking ball, but he's a builder. He's a builder, and he's going to rebuild things the way that they should be done, the way a smart businessman would do them, and it's going to be amazing. I'm getting annoyed with some of my friends online. They say, well, Daniel, I don't get involved in politics, and, I vote for Yahshua. Well, of course, look, of course we want Yahshua to rule and reign as king. That's like no duh, okay? But you people need to understand something. In fact, I recommend you watch this video. It's by Keith Green. He made it just before he died, back in early 1982 or 1981. And he talks about how you cannot compartmentalize your life. You can't separate different things of your life, that it all needs to be one thing that Yahweh permeates. Well, in the same way, you can't compartmentalize your spiritual life and your love for Yahshua and then put politics in a completely different compartment and then put your work and then put your family in another. No, it doesn't work that way. See, everything's interconnected. Politics, prophecy, current events, your home life, your family life, how you live your life when no one's watching you, your integrity, your work, all these things, they're all interconnected. Everything's interconnected. So this bullshit, people saying, oh, I vote for Yahshua, and I don't involve myself in politics, and I don't know if I can trust Donald Trump. I mean, is he really a Christian? That's bullshit. It's total bullshit. I mean, really, totally. Because I'm telling you, Trump, you look at this guy. He cares and loves America. He cares for people. And yeah, I know he has a brash bravado, but you know what? So does Rush Limbaugh, okay? But he still spouts a lot of truth, and Trump spouts truth. I mean, truth to power. And he's not part of the establishment. That's why the establishment hates him, okay? That's why the establishment hates him. But, really, you Christians and Messianics need to get behind Trump and stop this like, pseudo-spiritual, I don't involve myself in politics. Oh, come on. Can you like get some passion in your life? I mean, just a little bit of passion for Yahweh, for his Torah, for living holy, and now for Trump, who's going to foster an environment in this country in which us Torah keepers will be able to thrive and flourish. I just read an article. He has, of all the candidates, he has the most Jewish ties because his daughter's a Jew. She actually converted to Judaism, and her children are Jewish. I mean, she keeps the feast, she keeps Shabbat. I guess maybe she doesn't accept Messiah, but we can pray for her on that Ivanka accepts Messiah. But in any case, this is what we need to be praying for. I'm telling you, Trump has been raised up by Yah because there's been a core group, a small core group of dedicated Americans who've been crying out for mercy and repentance. And now Trump's the answer. So I'm telling you, I believe the election of Trump will cause the Great Tribulation to be delayed. Judgment to be delayed. Okay, this is the guy who was convinced that 2017 was going to be the start of the Great Tribulation. That's me. And now that may not be. We may get a jubilee that launches a revival that allows us to bring more people to the kingdom before the end. Oh, okay. I'm done. Shalom.